Hi and smiles, everyone, and welcome. So today I want to make some tags for our purple journal. I want to do a couple of large ones and a couple of, well, normal sized, medium sized tags. And I want to use these botanical flowers that I have done up. I used this die set. And that's what I cut them out with. And then I'll show you a few here. So what I did from there is I cut them out and then I did a layered them on top, and then I embossed them is what I did. And I really like how these turned out. They are really nice. I'm thinking of putting some of them in my shop. So what I did was I picked out a few that I thought would work well in the purple journal. So I picked out these ones here. They're purple. And that's what we're going to use as one part of our focal point. I have another idea. I'm going to put almost like 2 focal points on these tags. So let's just jump right in to this. And what I want to do is do backgrounds with this writing stamp. So that's what we're going to start with. I'm going to just get my foam that I always use for my stamping if I'm not using my Misty. So I'm going to stamp all 4 of these with the writing. And I'm going to do them all similar tags. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. It's been raining quite a bit here, and that's okay. We had been pretty dry in this area, so it's always nice to see some rain. But I think all across we've had a drier year than usual in North America, I think. So I'm just going to stamp this kind of just all over with the I really like this stamp. I can't even remember where I got it because I've had it for a long time, and it was mounted on it was a wooden stamp, but I just took it off the wood because I wanted it to be flexible, right? But I really like this stamp for backgrounds. So there's one. Yeah, we had a family reunion this past weekend. My father's side. It was a lot of fun, but I was also really tired because I was part of the planning committee, so it makes it for a very busy weekend. And there was 160 people there, so that's a lot of people to feed and to entertain and all those things. We play horseshoes and bean bags is what we like to do, and it's a lot of fun because my father's side have always, through my childhood, they played horseshoes, and so we actually give out trophy for whoever wins the tournament. And we made the trophies out of old horseshoes of my grandfather's. And so that's always wonderful. But yes, it was also very tiring. We had a little auction. Well, it wasn't so little. It was quite big that I was looking after, which made it extremely busy for me. Excuse my dog. It must be that my husband's coming home, and so she's greeting him. kind of thing. She's such a sweet, medium-sized dog, but she has such a bark, right? And it's, you know, it's scarier than she ever could be. She's a very submissive dog. She would never hurt a living soul, that's for sure. But anyways, so my dad came from a family of 15, if you can believe it. A lot of children. My grandmother was 4'5" type of thing. She was just a tiny thing. I don't know how she did it. And so it makes for a very big family, right? And I did a family book back in 2016 where I tried to get all the family photos of everybody in the family. I only went back to my grandparents because it would have been too much. And out of those 2 people, there was 462 descendants. Unbelievable. Okay, so that stamping is done. I don't think I'll need that anymore. So what I want to do from here, I want to put these flowers, these botanical flowers on here. So I just took out these to see which would be the one I want to use. I also had these have a purple line throughout. So what I did is I just used some scrap paper to make these with, but the green here, of course I had to have green. Excuse me. I think I better have a mint. Been talking a little too much today. And of course, while I'm at it, I might as well have a sip of coffee. Because you know how I love my coffee. Okay. So what I was thinking, I like that there. And then I'm going to have I have this dragonfly stamp here, and I want to use the dragonfly on these for sure. And then I have the beautiful large butterfly stamp too, so I might use that. But I got the butterflies from a Temu haul. This dragonfly I did not. I don't even recall. It's quite a bit older, so I don't even recall where I got it from. But in one of my hauls, I had also gotten this beautiful larger butterflies and a moth stamp. So I want to use, I might use that on a couple, but I do want to use this dragonfly for sure. So, and then maybe we'll go with this long one on this one right there. And then maybe this one here would be a nice one. And that one. So yeah, let's use all those. We'll leave the dark ones and we'll use that on some other project. So I want to come off the side with this stamp. So maybe I would do one here and perhaps one here, because this is a smaller one. And then maybe we'll use it. Well, first of all, I should get my stamping tool here, my Misty. So we'll work on these 2 big ones first, is what we'll do. And then we'll do the other ones. So, perhaps what I should do first, I think, is I will glue these on so I know exactly where they sit before I stamp them. I'm not sure which side to put these on. Oh my goodness. Again, I think I might have forgot my microphone. So I'll be right back, everyone. I'm back, everyone. I did forget to put it on, but it's still recorded quite well. Thank goodness. So what I was saying is I want to glue these on first, so then I can place my stamp where I want it of my dragonfly, right? So I'm just deciding, should I have it coming off this way or should I have it coming this way? I think I'll go over here with this one. So I'm just going to add some glue. I think I'll just use my tacky glue. It works very well. I do have a fine glue tip, but I think this is going to work just fine. They're a little larger than the very, very fine stems. The stems are good. Another thing you can do sometimes if you have, I won't do it because this is too big, but if you had a smaller one, maybe we'll try it on this one and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Putting the glue on a piece of paper and running it over top of it works well for very fine work. Like this one here is so fine that even a fine tipped glue bottle is almost too large for it. So you can always use spray adhesive too, but I would rather not be bothered with that. I find it very sticky. Well, because it's glue, of course it's going to be sticky, but it's just messy, I guess is the word that I want to use on that. So we'll just get this glue all the way down the stem here. But yes, some of these things, the gluing can be a challenge because it is finer tipped, right? So I'm just going to get myself a wet one, because when I put it on, sometimes if the glue seeps a bit, even though it turns out it will dry clear, if I take a wet one right away, I can just dab it on top and pick up that glue if I need to. So let's put that about like that. So I just use it to press the flower down. So if any glue sort of seeps out, I can catch it with the wet one. And it works very well. Okay, there we go. And I'm doing no backing because the words are the backing for these tags, right? Okay, so let's get this one glued on. So I will show you what I was talking about. I just need to get a piece of paper here to try this with that. Okay, so if you take take a paper and you put some glue on the paper. Just like that. This is pretty thick glue. It works better if you're using a little runnier of glue. But then you just dip it in, just like that. And you get the glue on it, and you don't have to worry about trying to run it down these tiny, tiny lines. I find it very useful. I might as well just do the top to use up the glue. And it, like I said, it will work better if the glue is a little bit runnier than that, but it still works fine with this. So we're going to just put that down just like that. And like I did get a bit, but again, I'm going to use my wet one and it'll pick up any glue that may have got away on me. Okay, it looks like I missed that one edge, but that's okay because I'll just lift it, put a little glue underneath there, And that'll work just fine, because that's just the big part, right? Which I could have put the glue on the back of it just fine. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm liking that. And that one. And we might as well get them all glued up. So we'll do these two. Again, this is so fine, I might just do that same trick on this one. Oh, I think I might have missed that little spot. Around the outside. There. Take my little wipe. There we go. Okay, we're going to do the same with this because it is very tiny through here and up here a bit. So we'll just put some glue on our paper. I'm just going to use my finger tool to spread it out a little bit on the paper. And I'm just going to dab into the glue. Oh, I got a big bit there. Just take, because I'm rushing, a little bit here. But you guys get the idea. This is a wonderful way to solve that fine line gluing. If you want to be a little quicker about it and not get frustrated with it, this is a great way to do it. Shall we go on this side maybe with this one? Yeah, let's go on this side. Okay, nope. And then I just can wipe this off, and the glue, this is even better because they're embossed, so the glue comes off really easy. Whoop. And then I'll put that one down because it didn't glue all the way. Okay, then we've got this one, and I will just use up this glue because it's here. And why not use it up? This one I would have just did with my bottle because it's thick enough that I could have done it with the bottle. But since I have some glue on the paper, I might as well use it up. Not waste it. Maybe a little bit down here. Yeah, that should be good. And then this one, let's go over on this side again. I kind of like it over here. That one keeps popping up on me. I think it's because I should have got a lot more glue under there. I should have just did this on the paper and did this by putting the glue directly on. Would have probably been a much better way to do it. Okay, there we go. We got all our flowers on. So this I'm not going to use again because it's got the glue all over it. So I am going to disregard this and put it in the garbage. I like to use things all the way up before I garbage them, that's for sure. Now, so that was actually copied on the one side and it was not done properly, so I just kept it in my craft room and used the other side for using in here for those types of techniques. Okay, so now we got to stamp. I want to stamp this lovely dragonfly on here. So I want to look at this one for a minute and figure out, do I want, I think I will stamp this one twice. So if we have it coming out this way up here, or we could put a word down here. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I like that. So we're going to just get that on here. My stickiness is starting to come off this particular mat, so I'm going to have to wash it and get the stickiness back on it. It seems like that's all you really need to do is wash it down, and that will bring the stickiness back. This was an old mat that I just cut up from an old cutting machine that I no longer have. So, okay. There we go, and we'll just pick that up. So now I want to, what do we want to do? Maybe I will use black. I'm just trying to decide if I should use dark brown or black. I think I'm going to use black. That's what I'm going to use, so that it stands out from the background a bit. So I'll just get this inked up. This is such a beautiful stamp, and it looks like almost a fairy where its body is. It looks like a fairy, the body of it. Okay, let's just get this stamped on. Use my little tool here. You don't need this tool. You could use, for instance, this works just quite as good, but I got it off of Temu for next to nothing, and that's the only reason that I bought it. I used this for a very long time. As long as you put a little bit of weight on, it works well. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. So let's just make it a bit darker. That's what I want to do. Now, I'm thinking I will get my embossing. Just one second, everybody. I'm going to get my embossing clear powder, and I think I will emboss that, is what I'm going to do. Because I think that would work really, really nice. Because the flower is embossed. I think that would work very well to emboss the dragonfly. So let's give that a shot. I think that would be really cool. Before I stamp it again, though, I want to use my little anti-static on here so that we don't get embossing powder where we don't want it. So I'm gonna just add a little bit, and we'll let that stamp, and I'll get my stuff ready here so we can do it right away. What am I doing? Using my okay, so you have to work quickly with this because you want it to stay wet so it catches your embossing powder, which it has. That looks really nice. Okay, yeah, I like that. And if you got anywhere you think you don't want it, just use a brush, or, you know, if you can see it really well and you don't mind, you can also just use your fingers. Whoop, I took a little bit too much off there. Yeah, it was still wet enough that I'm okay. All right. So we'll just put that aside for now and quickly get my heat gun, and we'll emboss that because I think that's going to look really nice on there. I just got to let it heat up a little bit. My gun is not what you normally see. I don't think. This is a pretty heavy duty one that someone had for their workshop, and they no longer used it, so they graciously gave it to me, and it works really well. It warms up very quickly, So I very, very much like this one. Oh yeah, look at how that brings that out really nice. Yep, I love it. That was the perfect thing to do, I think. All right, there we go. Yep, I like it. Okay, so from here, I just want to wipe this off so I can close it, and then I think we should put something right here, maybe, is what I'm thinking. So I think a word would look really nice right there. So let's see if we can find a word. Okay, let's do a word, a word, a word. And this did warp a little bit, but that's okay. Maybe we'll get that worked out. Okay, let's see about a word. What, more of a cream word. Ooh, should we use let's see. Magic. I'm wondering if we should use a fabric word. Oh, joy is a pretty one. Nope. Nope, don't want that one. Nope, nope. Not quite what I'm looking for. Let's see. We've got hope. That's a little too big, I think. And so is happy. Like, happy is really cute, but it's a little too big. So we have to get something a little bit smaller. How about this? Happy. No. Hello. That's kind of cute too. Maybe we should go this way with our word. What makes me think, like, we can always go up and down, right? It's different, but we can certainly try that. Special is kind of a nice, I'm not, you know what it is? It's the fabric I'm not feeling. So let's try a paper one. I think I'm not feeling the fabric is my problem. Yep, there we go. That's nice. I'm just going to quickly look and see if there's anything that might be nicer or might be what we want to use. I think I'll put some celebrate is nice. Cherish is nice. I'm liking this joy, except I wonder if I have a little bit smaller one. I'm just going to quickly look here and see. Whoop. Oh, or sing. No, it blends into the background too much. I like that word though. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this joy. Joy to the world, as the song goes. Yeah, we'll use that. Okay, but I want to edge it in purple. This word is what I want to do. So let's get this edged in some purple. This back paper is handmade paper that I made, so it's a little bit more fragile. So I'm going to just put it on here to ink it so that I don't break it. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, there we go. That goes right there. Or should we put it down here? No, I think I like it here. We could also put it up here. No, I want it there. Okay. We'll put it right there. go. Get that glued on there. And then I want to edge it in the purple, the whole tag. I think we'll do that. And this one will be complete. So let's just go around the edge with our purple. Yeah, that looks great on this one. I think I might use my brush and bring it in a bit, the inking. I'll just get this edge done, and then we'll bring in a bit of the purple in onto the tag. I think that would look really good, especially at the corners. That's what we'll do. And I'm really glad that I decided to emboss the dragonfly. I think that looks really nice on there. Okay, so what I mean is, I think I'm going to take this and we'll just bring it in somewhat onto the tag. I think that would look, yeah. Just get a lot of ink on here so that it fades onto the tag. I'm going to shut this because I should have done that. I don't want anything drying out. So that just highlights it even more, doing this purple around the edge, right? Especially at the corners. That's what I want. But I recommend, like, I like using the little dauber or a sponge to go over the edge of a tag. I think that gives it a darker look. I'm going to just work it more in this corner because I like it at the corners. I think it looks really good at the corners. This spot and up here. Oh yes, this looks so nice. This is going to be beautiful in the journal, I think. So there we go. Yeah, I'm liking that. We'll put a little well, let's put a hole on the top because these ones already have a hole, the smaller ones. And then maybe we'll put some lace or something. I'm going to think about that. So let's let me get my hole punch here. And we'll punch a hole in here. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to put lace or if I will put twine or what exactly. So when you're doing things, you don't have to complete them all at once. If you want to think about it for a little bit, of course. So there we go. There's our first one. I think it's gorgeous. Turned out really, really nice. So we'll do one more and then I'll do the other two off of, we'll do a small one and then I'll do the other two off camera and show you when I get it completed. I think I said I was going to show you these too. These tags we had done, and I wanted to show you when they were all complete. I think I added this live in the moment to this small tag, and I think we had all of these, but I had not glued them all on. So those were the waxed napkin ones that we did, 2 tags that we did. Okay, so this one, how about, maybe we should have put perhaps a butterfly on this one. Would be nice. And we'll really slant it. Or should we use the dragonfly? That dragonfly is really pretty. But so is this beautiful butterfly, I must say. I really like it too. Could go right there with the butterfly, or we could use this butterfly. Let's see what this one looks like, because it's a very pretty butterfly too. It's a little longer though. I'm thinking maybe we should do 2 butterflies on this one. I think we'll use that butterfly. That's what we'll use. So, I just want to get my stamping. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Get our stamp here. Take this off. And I'm going to emboss those again. So I'm just going to do this now. Get that all done up. Because I think I'm going to have to be quick with this, because I think I want to put 2 butterflies on this one. So I'll get this all ready, the embossing powder, so that we can work quickly when we go to emboss it. Okay. So if we go there, and then we could do another one down here. Or should we just go 1? I'm just thinking here for a minute, guys, whether to do 2 or 1 is the question. So we could go 1 here and 1 down here. I think that 2 would be a little too much. So we're just going to go with the 1. And we'll turn it quite a bit so we get quite a bit of the... I'm going to go with 1. Yeah. Because I think 2 would be a little bit too much. And then again, we could put a word there. Is what we'll do. Okay. Just get that on there real good. And we'll ink this up. And we'll get it embossed. This is such a beautiful set of butterflies. I mean, I'm happy to be using them. Okay. So we'll just get that stamped up. Oh yeah. Gotta get that. Maybe I should be putting this here so we don't get it all over the mat. Yeah, let's stamp that one more time. Particular spots. I'm trying to stay away from it. Wipe that off before we start. Line that up a little bit. Okay. Okay, now we want to be quick. Get this ready for the embossing. Our little butterfly here. Well, our big butterfly, right? Okay. So we'll get this out. Put it to the side. Get the embossing embossing powder on here. So yeah, you have to work a little quickly when you're doing these types of things. It's VersaFine ink I'm using, and it will stay wet for a certain amount of time, so it's not too bad to be using for embossing. Okay, we'll just heat this up quickly. Again, this is heavy duty, but I have no idea what kind it is or anything, unfortunately. All I know is I got to keep it moving. And this is low, this is high, which the high is really hot. So I rarely use the high. And it just embosses very quickly. Okay. Great. Done. That looks so nice. All right. So what I think I want to do is maybe, because I just realized this particular stamp also has, I'm just going to put the lid on this so I don't spill it. This particular stamp has a dreams and butterfly word on it. And I'm thinking maybe we should put butterfly down here. I think that would look really nice right there. Just stamp it right directly on. Yes, that's it. We're going to use that. Okay, so I just need to get my stamping tool here. It's handy, so I'll just use it. I could, well, this is pretty solid, so I would recommend a stamping tool of some kind, just so if it's not dark enough, you can re-stamp instead of using, because you're trying to be precise. A lot of things I do, I'm not being precise about it, but this, I want it to really stand out, so I'm going to just, because we might as well emboss it too, right? Okay, so I think we'll just put it straight across. We could do, no, I think I'll go straight across. I like to do angled quite a lots too, but I think this would look better if it was straight across, because the butterfly is itself is angled, so I think this might be a nice contrast. Okay, again, if it's not perfect, I'm not worried about it. I don't mind non-perfect. Sometimes that's just the way it is, and even the stamp itself, I can see the U is up from the T, so it isn't perfect itself. So and I just think it adds character when things aren't absolutely perfect. It gives it character, which I always have liked. Okay, so we'll just get that stamped on there. I'm suspecting I'll have to stamp it twice just because it's quite solid. Oh, that didn't, it stamped pretty good. We'll just do it one more time. Yeah, so it isn't a perfect stamp anyway, so that's great. Actually, I don't like I said, I just think it adds character if everything isn't perfect. It gives a flair, gives your own flair to it. Okay, so we'll quickly use our embossing powder on this. Let's just get that back here real quick, and we'll emboss butterfly. We'll emboss that word. Oh, I think I had forgotten to use that on there, I think. So I'm just going to quickly use this brush. See if there's anything down here. I can't really tell. I don't think there is much, if there is. Okay. And we'll get this embossed. And see how fast that embossed it. It's wonderful. Okay. All right. And now I want to do the same as we did to our other one. And I want to edge it in the purple ink. So we'll use this dauber to get a strong edging on here. And then just like before, we'll bring it in. Because I think that it just adds to it. And of course, the focus is the color in this journal. So we want the purple wherever we can, right? And like I said, I'll do the other two off of camera. And I will show you guys when I get it done. Get them done. It basically, they'll be the same as this one. I wanted to keep them all kind of the same when I thought about doing this kind of a background, the writing background to these tags. So, okay, that's done. So then I just, I want to come in like this and draw the purple in onto the tag. Especially in the corners. And that helps draw your eye to the flower and the butterfly too, right? When you do this to your focal points, it helps draw your eye there. Okay, want that pretty heavy up here again. I'm almost thinking that the dauber would have been a quicker way than this brush, but that's okay. These brushes are great when you're stenciling, but they're when you're trying to ink, sometimes I find they are not fast enough. I guess is the words I want to use. Okay, there we go. So there we go, guys. I might want to bring this in a little bit more here. There. So there's the two tags we did today. I think they turned out really beautiful, and they're going to look really good in our purple journal. So I hope you enjoyed that and it inspires you. And these two, like I said, I will finish them off of camera and then I'll show you when I get them done. So I want you all to have a lovely, lovely day and a very crafty day. And we will see and talk to you very soon. Bye for now.